How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Speedy Garage, where today we'll be looking at this, a beautiful vintage quarter-inch drive Craftsman Flying V or Butterfly Selector ratchet. I recently acquired this ratchet on eBay, and after doing a little bit of research, I found that they were produced between 1959 and 1966. This is a very beautiful example here. And not knowing how well it was taken care of, I figured I would take it apart, re-lube the internals, and then put it to work. So here I will show you how I did that, and then give you some footage of me using the ratchet as well. Enjoy! Here's everything you'll need. A flathead screwdriver and pick, some pliers, magnetic tray, Q-tips, paper towels, brake parts cleaner, lubricant, and potentially a new ball bearing. First thing we need to do is undo the C-clips holding in the anvil and the selector. I like these bent nose C-clip pliers for this. Squeeze together the tabs and lift up. Then go ahead and remove the anvil. I believe the anvil on the quarter-inch ratchets is a 24 tooth. Remove the selector in the same way. Go ahead and remove the pawl, being careful not to launch the small ball bearing into orbit. Ask me how I know about this. Gently remove the spring using a pick or small screwdriver. I'm giving the ratchet a nice cleaning with some brake clean, but you could also use something like rubbing alcohol. Clean the anvil and gears as well, and don't forget to do the pawl. This ratchet was rather dry inside when I opened it up, so I need to re-lube it. You have a few options here. Some people will say that 3-in-1 oil is good for small ratchets with fine teeth, whereas others swear by white lithium grease. I found that white lithium grease is a bit too thick, especially for a ratchet of this size. I might consider it in a larger ratchet like this 3/8 Armstrong I have here, but I found that super lube is actually a nice in-between. It's not as thin as the 3-in-1 oil and not as thick as the white lithium, and it's actually what Snap-on uses in all of their ratchets. So I figure if it's good enough for them, it should be good enough for me. I then apply some lubricant to all of the inner workings of the ratchet. Anywhere where there's going to be metal-to-metal contact needs to be nicely lubricated. This will ensure that the ratchet works smoothly and doesn't either catch on the teeth or skip teeth. Don't forget to lubricate your anvil as well as your pawl. Reinsert your spring into your ratchet. Now, if you are likely to launch your ball bearings across your garage like I am, it might be a good idea to pick up a few extras. The Craftsman quarter-inch ratchets of this age all use 3/32 ball bearings, but I found those were hard to find in packages less than 100 or 1,000 online. So I found this small container at a bike store, but they're actually 1/8, although that's close enough. Next, we'll need to reinstall the pawl and ball bearing in a similar orientation to this. This is rather challenging on this ratchet due to its design. Here I'm opening up my snap-on ratchet where you can see the more traditional design in which the opening for the pawl and anvil are on the same side. This makes it a little bit easier to get in there and to reinstall the pawl, whereas on our Craftsman ratchet, the opening is on the back, giving you a very small opening. So what I like to do is insert it upside down. The little pointed part will be facing up rather than down. I then use a pick to push in the ball bearing so that the pawl can spin, and then I use a small flathead screwdriver to gently rotate the pawl until the ball bearing locks into place. I then rotate the pawl so that the arrow is pointing straight down and the pawl is perpendicular to the ratchet. The reason for doing this is that the selector switch has a small indent where the pawl will fit into. Go ahead and squeeze the C-clip and then reinsert the selector lever. Insert the anvil. Install the anvil cover convex or curved side up, the flat side goes down. Insert your C-clip. And reinstall using your pliers. This might take you a few tries. It definitely took me more than one attempt, but just be careful and use your hand to guide it in. And job done. There is a very noticeable difference in how smoothly the ratchet works now. And overall, this was a very nice and easy and also fun project to undertake. I hope this video helped you, and thank you for watching.